Hey Collective and Soul Tribe, happy Thursday. It is Thursday, August the 6th, okay? I hope you guys are doing well. All right, guys, as you guys can see, I am actually home. I'm actually home because there's nobody here, so I'm able to do my messages for today at home for just a little bit. So let's jump right into it. I will be able to use all of my decks that I normally do use, like I normally used to do in my old videos. So let's jump into it and see what you need to know for today, okay? I'm going to be using Tarot and Oracle messages. So let's see what Spirit or the universe has for you guys. I'm trying to make my table not as shaky because it feels a little shaky here. So I'm trying to like fix it. But anyways, let's get started, okay, guys? So let's see. Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective for August 6th? What do they need to know for August 6th, please and thank you? What clarity and understanding can you give the collective at this time for August the 6th, okay? So let's see. Spirit, what can you tell the collective for August 6th? What do they need to know for today, please and thank you? What can you tell them at this time whenever they see this video or whenever they see this message, please? And let's see what does come out, because yesterday's reading wasn't so bad. Yesterday's reading was pretty good from what I can see. So let's see what, decides to show up at this time. Okay, guys? So Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective for August 6th? What clarity can you give them at this time, please and thank you, when it comes to this energy for Thursday? Ooh, thank you, Spirit. So the High Priestess, okay, wanted to show up. So this is confirmation for somebody watching this. I do apologize that this is blurry. I wish that it would focus a little bit better, but all right. But basically with you guys, with this High Priestess card, there's something about your intuition. Now, for some of you guys, this could be about your spirituality, you stepping into like a newer beginning when it comes to your spirituality. For some of you guys, this could look like, you guys going through awakenings, however that may be for you, because everybody goes through different versions of awakening. So obviously take what resonates with that, right? But it's just giving the energy of you having that inner knowing with the moon, okay? So with the moon card, it's almost like there's something to do with partnerships, but not only just partnerships, there's something to do with you having an inner knowing when it comes to you being connected to source and you being able to basically follow source and move forward. So it's almost like you getting divine connection or divine messages or downloads. Like say for example, you're driving and for some reason you're like, I don't feel like going this way, I'm gonna take a new route. And then something happens, like an accident or something like that happens. That's the kind of energy that you have. So there's something about your third eye opening up, or there's something about you being able to have like hidden knowledge, or just having the ability to see secrets and things like that that are hidden, or things that people try to hide from you, whether it's people hiding it from you or you just finding things out on your own. You are able to trust your intuition and your inner wisdom. Okay, so take what resonates with that. Okay, we also have the Ace of Cups. Okay, guys, with Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. And then we also have the Nine of Cups, okay, for some of you guys. So again, your intuition is telling you that for some of you, you may have like this feeling that you're going through a transition, that you're going through a new beginning. Even if you cannot physically see it like in the 3D, there's something about you being able to see it like, I guess you can say like in the 5D, right? So for some of you, this is like a new, like again, with Ace of Cups, it's like you guys are receiving new emotional awakenings, like I said, right? And this could be about love. This could be your intuition being heightened. This could be about your creativity, what you're passionate about, okay? Going with the flow with financial opportunities, or knowing that financial opportunities are coming towards you because you filled up your own cup. So when you fill up your own cup, it is so much easier for you to either fill other people's cups or help other people in your energy because you've already filled up your own, okay? You've already filled up your own cup. You know what it's like to be burnt out, okay, while you're filling everyone else's cup and then you forget to fill up your own, that kind of energy, right? So there's something about the Nine of Cups as well when it comes to you filling up your cup and, you know, being able to fill other people's cups. Your wishes are coming true, okay? There's something about getting recognition or just finding pleasure and joy in the things that you do when it comes to your success. Even when it comes to like your abundance, even if you may not have a lot of abundance, like as much as other people, because again, we don't compare ourselves, right? But say you don't have as much as abundance as, say, someone else who has a big car, sorry, a big home and the car and the house and the kids and this, you know what I mean? It's like, even if you were to live in a shack, you're still grateful. Okay, like even if you were to live in a shack or a little bungalow or something really tiny, you're still grateful because you know that you have a roof over your head. You know that your bills are paid. You know that you get to eat another meal tomorrow, because let's be real, not everybody has the same, you know, privileges like that. There are people that live in different places in the world and they don't have the same ability as how some of us do, right? So it's like, as much as we wish and dream to have more in this lifetime, sometimes we realize also that, hey, I may have more than enough, but I just want more. So you're ambitious. Nothing is wrong with that. But also being realistic and realizing that, you know, even if I don't have it, it's not the end of the world. But do I want it? I want it, right? Like I want better for myself. I want more, right? So with Jupiter and Pisces, there's something about you expanding, or there's something about prosperity when it comes to your luck. Okay, so take what resonates with that, but definitely there's something about, you know, you being content with the things that you have, or there's something about satisfactory, right, when it comes to like your sense of emotional and material, you know, needs and wants, right? So for some of you guys, we have the King of Cups energy. Okay, so again, like I said, Scorpio energy could be significant. But then when it comes to you guys and what you're doing, you are leading with emotional intelligence and compassion. This is like you being a counselor or a coach or a healer or stepping into some type of healing professions. We also have Gemini, Sun. Okay, 10th house, 10 of Swords energy. So you basically are stepping away from, if you want to say like the norm, because unfortunately, you know, healing work is not really considered as, you know, your typical 9 to 5, unless you're like a massage therapist, you know, the things that are like well known. But if you're into like holistic work with medicine, it's known, but it's not as known in some places, right? So some of you guys could be thinking about doing that. Like say you guys worked a 9 to 5, or say you're thinking about transitioning from a 9 to 5, or you have a part-time job. While you're still there, or while you're still planning, because again, you plan, right, before you take that impulsive leap. It's not that you don't take the lead. You take the lead and you take a leap of faith. You trust in yourself, but you also want to make sure that, you know, you have all your ducks in a row, okay? So it's almost like selling your house but not having a plan, right? And I know people do that and it works for them. Cool. But for some people, it's not the same. Some people have to plan and make sure that they have, you know, something in place. So for some of you, it's almost like you guys are advisors or counselors, or there's something about, you know, you having a balanced mind and heart type of energy. With the 10 of Swords, you guys are going through a transformation. So there's something about letting go of the past and being able to embrace a new beginning. This new beginning could be you stepping into this newer energy, like I said, when it comes to you being able to do, you know, counseling or healing professions, or things that allow you to connect with people on a very deep emotional level. We have King of Pentacles. So it's almost giving like somebody who can connect with people, like not even just psychic readers, but like say that you're a doctor or a lawyer or social worker or a nurse, you know, like certain professions that are like your typical professions. And it's almost like being able to connect with people on a very deep emotional level because of the work that you do, not because of the money, but the work that you do, being able to help people. Okay, so King of Pentacles energy, it's like you guys are stepping into a new financial frequency, vibration, okay, is what I'm trying to say. So some of you guys, when it comes to leadership and accumulation, you guys are accumulating new wealth, okay, with Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. And the moon cycle right now is in Taurus. So there's something about today's moon cycle, especially with, you know, basically with the high priestess showing up here with the moon, right? There's something about that. There's something about finances too that is significant, because second house talks about, you know, finances and things like that. Obviously that's not the only thing, but we do know in most, you know, astrologies, right, that finances are within the second house, and, you know, transactions and things like that. So you guys could be building something when it comes to having your own security at this time, building your own security, creating your own, you know, financial protection when it comes to what you're building. Because again, with the number 14, 1 and 4 equals 5, and that equals change, freedom, and exploration. Some of you guys could have been in situations where people were trying to control your money. Now you're in a position where now you get to be in control of your own money, whether this is you starting your own profession. So say you were a nurse, a doctor, a lawyer, or you did social work, and you're like, you know what, I'm tired of the system. I'm tired of the way people do certain things. Nobody's really helping anybody. Every time you do try to help people who are the underdogs, it's like you get in trouble or something always happens, right? So it's almost like now you guys are starting your own thing or building your own thing, but you're doing it quietly, like hidden. So I'm going to get one more card from this deck and see what else shows up. So Spirit, what other messages do you have for the collective for today, please? What can you tell them for August the 6th? What else can you tell them when it comes to this energy? And I was going to say that too while I'm, shuffling through the cards, that you guys are building something long-term, okay? This long-term thing that you're building, it's like you guys are investing in yourself. So we have 5 of Pentacles. If, like I said, something to do with the number 5, okay? Communication, grounded communication. If you felt like you were left out in the cold, that's changing. We have positive changes, recovery from the loss that you guys have dealt with, you know, going through something when it comes to overcoming adversities, and you doing what it is that you're doing right now because you guys are in this grounded energy. You guys are being welcomed at this time, okay? Like this card is saying that you're not alone and you're open to receiving when it comes to support from others, okay? It's even giving like the angel answers message where it's like helpful people, okay? So you could be receiving help from people, even if it's strangers or family or friends that actually do care about your well-being and supporting you. They will show up for you very, you know, very wholeheartedly, right? Versus people that you do know, you do express something to them and they act like they don't know, you know, what you're talking about, basically. With the World card, okay, well, let me cover her with the World card, okay, guys? So yeah, this is a big yes with the number 21. It's like you guys have completed a cycle, or you guys are achieving big new things, right? It's like you guys are moving in this new energy of wholeness and being welcomed by this new energy that you guys are stepping into. It's like you feel like a sense of belonging, okay, with the Page of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, okay, and then we also have Judgment, okay? Some of you guys, when it comes to like your ambitions and you being goal-oriented, it's like, again, like I said, planning, because planner is up here too. So it's like you guys are planning and you guys are trying to move forward, knowing that you guys have options when it comes to like your purpose, okay? Searching for your purpose and getting creative ideas. Ace of Wands, right? Being the King of Wands energy. So leadership, okay? You know, being able to see things when it comes to the moon. Again, like I said, the moon energy. So some of you guys with this Queen of Wands energy, it's like you see something that other people don't see. And that is why you're able to move through very confidently, okay, with the Star as well at the bottom of the deck. It's like having hope and faith that you guys are going to be able to accomplish what it is you desire, and especially with you walking away, right? Like walking away and moving towards what really matters to you, with you stepping into your power, okay? And then not only that, it's like releasing any energy that no longer serves you with burnout. So if you were taking responsibility with Saturn energy, right, for other people's issues like responsibility and discipline and all that stuff, you're releasing those burdens so that you can be the Empress. You're releasing other people's burdens so that you can create your own, with the Page of Cups here, with creativity, like I said, right? So definitely take whatever resonates with that. I'm going to get the other deck and see what else shows up as well, but that's a pretty good energy. It's like you guys are shifting into newer abundances, basically, okay, whatever that may be for you, because everybody has a different view of abundance. Some people think it's happiness, some people think it's joy in what they do, some think it's money. So you know what I mean? Like, obviously don't make it fit, but if it resonates, definitely there's something about stepping into newer abundances. Even like different tax brackets are significant, like for some of you. Okay, so seasons. Some of you guys are going through a season of change. So if this was not your season, you guys are going through a transformation with butterflies showing up here, right? It's almost like, you know how right now we're in summer? Something about fall is significant because with the 10 of Swords, there's something about fall energy where you guys could be releasing a lot and letting go. We have emotions. Okay, so again, you guys are going through transformations when it comes to your emotions. Now, this could talk about emotional intelligence, okay, or there's something about, like I said, with emotional intelligence, something unfolding. Your emotions are showing up as unfolding because, like I said, when you guys are moving into this newer energy of your purpose, there's something about being a counselor, being able to help people, or feeling very vivacious because you're able to help people on a different level. Like, you know, when you work in customer service, it's like you're helping people, but you don't feel like you're helping people. Like, you just feel like you're just there, you're clocked in, you're doing your job, whatever. But it's almost like when you find a profession that you enjoy doing, like say it's music, right? Say you make music and finally you start to relate to people who enjoy your music or like the music that you guys are, you know, creating and things like that. It's like you guys are touching people on a very deep level. And even as much as it sounds crazy, it's possible, right? So again, whatever you're doing that's unfolding, Spirit says you are enough, okay? Spirit is saying that you are enough, right? When it comes to your light, okay? When it comes to you shining, your divinity, it's like you have sun energy, solar plexus energy, right? Yeah, we have connected. So you're connected to knowledge and wisdom, okay? Books are very significant too. Some of you guys could be picking up a book and learning something new, or this is like education. If not, like I said, education doesn't mean if you have a master's or a bachelor's. You can have a master's and a bachelor's and still have, you know, no common sense, okay? For some of you guys, it's almost like being street smart and book smart, having common sense. Okay, being able to use your skills and talents when it comes to your knowledge and ability, okay, to create these new abundances that you guys are doing. Even when it comes to like your kindness, you being able to connect with people because you are a business person, whoever this is that I'm speaking to, right? But let's see, let me get one more card here because this is a really nice reading, like I said. Yeah, we have Awaken. Okay, some of you guys are going through an awakening when it comes to you being connected, and then we have a new day. So even if yesterday was a terrible day, today's a brand new day. Okay, guys, let me get some Prism Oracle messages and see what else shows up. But that energy is like you guys have a spiritual awakening. Like you guys have this inner knowing that you do know that you're supposed to do something different, right? So we have here stop, okay? You could have stopped doing certain things from the past. Okay, you could have stopped when it comes to, like I said, taking care of yourself, putting yourself first, you know, stopping about you dealing with other people's burdens and their responsibilities. You could have stopped, okay? Even when it comes to creativity, I don't know why I'm getting the feeling somebody probably stopped creating because maybe you didn't think that it was going to work out the way that it was supposed to. But in actuality, it's almost like having patience and just waiting to see how things play out. Obviously, you are somebody who plans, but I feel like somebody just wanted to give up. Like you wanted to stop doing something when it comes to like your creativity or what you're trying to build, whether you guys do music or art or divination, whatever it is that you do. Spirit is saying that you've wanted to stop doing something because you didn't think your wishes were going to come true. And it's almost like now you guys are seeing transformations when it comes to like your emotions or other people being emotionally connected to you on a different level, right? Yeah, we have peace. Like you stop doing certain things and it's bringing you peace at this time. I'm going to get one more card from this deck. So doves could be significant or like mourning doves or just birds in general. But like I said, whatever you stop doing, you brought peace to yourself and it's bringing in balance. Like I said, with this grounded energy. So with the moon in Taurus right now, it's like you guys are going with the flow, okay? And that's showing up very heavily in the messages where it's like you're no longer allowing yourself to be pushed in a corner and forced to do things that you don't want to do. So especially if you have family and friends who expected you to be a doctor or a lawyer or something that you don't want to do because it doesn't feel right for your path, that's also significant. Following your own path, following your own, you know, your own desires, your own joys, things that make you happy. You know what I'm saying, guys? Like that kind of energy. Yeah, we have psychic with the number 48. So some of you guys have psychic abilities. Okay, some of you guys are psychic when it comes to your path. It's the same thing of the King of Cups energy. Okay, and this showed up yesterday. We have healer with the number 32. So like I said, some of you guys are psychic healers, okay, when it comes to your profession and what you have going on. Spirit is saying it's safe for you to move forward and travel with the number 30. 3 talks about support when it comes to your creativity, your self-expression, and things like that, okay? We have new life with the number 4. So yeah, this new beginning that you guys are moving into, it's a new life, okay? You guys are stepping into a new life, whether it's a new job, a new environment, a new city, a new country, whatever it is that you're doing, you're leaving the past and you're moving forward, okay? With full moon showing up at the bottom of the deck, okay, that's significant. And I'm gonna get one more for this. So I'm gonna get the Angel Answers deck, okay, for you guys, and see what else shows up. So Spirit, what other messages can you give me? Thank you. Ooh. This one kind of fell kind of far, okay? Yeah, meditation brings answers. So yeah, some of you guys could have meditated on this, or maybe you are getting signs from the universe to meditate so that you can get the answers that you need. Obviously, everybody meditates differently, but abundance, and I was talking about this earlier, about your abundances, like you guys are stepping into newer abundances, and that is significant. Whatever that abundance might be, you guys are moving forward into that, and that's what the answer could be, right? That is why it's safe for you to travel. Okay, we also have a year from now, and this came up yesterday as well. Spirit, give me one more card, please, for the collective for this message. What else do they need to know? What else does the collective need to know when it comes to a year from now? What is a year from now for the collective, please? Ooh, okay. Yeah, romance. Okay. So romance could be significant, whether it's a friendship, a business connection, whatever it is. Romance doesn't have to be, obviously it doesn't have to be like, boyfriend, girlfriend type of energy. It doesn't have to be. Okay, it could be a soulmate. Okay, and everybody has a soulmate in different ways. It could be a pet. It sounds crazy, right? But it's not. It could be a pet. It could be a person. It could be anything. Okay, 222, 22 on the timer, right? It's significant. Like I said, 2s are very significant when it comes to partnership. Okay, we have perfect timing at the bottom of the deck as well. All right, and it says you're ready. So not sure who needs to hear this, but definitely there's something about you being ready, okay, about this new path and this new life that you guys are stepping into. Ankh symbols could be significant as well, okay, but there's like you getting signs about your direction or your path. Maybe you were questioning, your direction and where you're going and why things are happening the way that they're happening, but then Spirit is also guiding you and saying that it's okay for you to move forward because, like, why would I steer you in the wrong direction, right? And it's hard to believe it sometimes, but sometimes you have to believe it because at the end of the day, you can only listen to yourself and not what other people want you to do. Other people will tell you what they want to do because those are their projections and their passions, but you also have to believe in yourself, right? So definitely take what resonates with that, but I'm going to end it here. Thank you guys so much for the love and the support. I appreciate you guys as always, and I'll see you next time. All right, guys, love you so much. Bye.